Okay, so today I'm setting up an ebgp setup using loopbacks, and I'm gonna send some local networks, loopback 0 and loopback 0 over here, across and show that the routes get from all across the routers. So on router 1 we're going to set up our router BGP1, and this is going to be ebgp, so we're going to use all different AS numbers. Our neighbor is going to be, that's for neighbor 2, and we're using loopbacks, so we need this statement for loopbacks, and this will be for the router 3 neighbor, and use the loopback also for router 3. And because we're using loopbacks and ebgp only goes one hop to make a neighbor connection, you need to use a special command called multi-hop and tell it that the connection is 2 hops away. If it was further away, you just increase the multi-hop. And then we're going to activate these 2 neighbors, and we are going to advertise the loopback 0 network. I'll exit that and go to router 2 and enter the same, almost the same setup. There's your remote for router 1, the multi-hop, and the loopback. And then for router 2 to talk to router 4, we enter that. And we're going to activate those also. You can see that the neighbor adjacency to router 1 already came up. Then we'll go to router 3, which is over here on this side, and pretty much the same setup as router 2, but of course pointing to router 1 and router 4. And then we're going to go to router 4 and set up its config very similar to the other ones, except going to router 2 and router 3. Activate them, and then we're going to advertise the loopback 0. Loopback 0 route. Now if we do show IP BGP, we can see that the route from router 1 loopback has made it all the way to router 4 over 2 hops. We can even ping it. We'll source that from the loopback interface over here. No problem. And if we go to router 1, we can do show IP see that the for route has made it over to here also. And show IP BGP. You can see that all the neighbors have come up, and we can also see BGP summary, which is probably easier to see the neighbors. We can see that the new two neighbors are up and in the correct state. We'll do that on all routers. Show IP BGP summary. Two neighbors. Show IP BGP summary. Two neighbors. Show IP BGP summary. Two neighbors. And the most important thing to remember when doing ebgp is that it only goes one hop unless you tell it different. So it would not make neighbor relationships to the loopback interfaces if you didn't include these multi-hop statements. Thanks.